We'll take a look at you and see what we come up with there. We have the Emperor. Okay, so this is where you stand currently with yourself within relationships. And you are in charge. Obviously, the Emperor is about authority. It's a very masculine card. So you are perhaps channeling your masculine energy. You know what you want. You're going to get it. And you are hopefully going to stay on the fine line between authority and arrogance. So you're standing in your own power there, which is lovely. That's where you should be. You feel very empowered. Now, from your past situations that have led to this, you've got the lovely Star. So you have come out of something quite inspirational, very healing. Perhaps there was something that you needed to heal from, maybe a past hurt within a relationship or a different circumstance, but it has affected your relationships, and that you have healed from past traumas and hurts, disappointments, and you're now inspired to move forward, and you're feeling very empowered within yourself, very solid. You know what you're about. You know who you are, where you're going. So we will just check to see your present with regards to your relationship. And we have the Judgment. So whatever you healed from has allowed you to give this another go, either with someone from your past and reigniting that as a new relationship, or you've stayed with the same partner and you've kind of rebuilt the relationship. You're able to move on. So whether that was some kind of, maybe I'm thinking infidelity, but it doesn't have to be, and I hope it wasn't, but that's the first thing that strikes when I see a healing and then a second chance. Maybe there was a breakup, maybe you took a break and you both got yourself sorted out and you came back and it's working out lovely. So we'll just see how it goes in the future here. We've got the Moon. Now, the Moon is a very ambiguous card. It can mean various things. So we'll just run through a couple of them. The Moon can mean very dreamy, in that you both get a bit, lose a little bit of perspective. You get very wrapped up in the romance of everything, which is nice, but it's not sustainable long term, obviously, because we live in a real world. Or it could, it also can relate to unseen and deception and illusion. So I'm hoping that's not where it is for you. It could also mean that you're really taking a more, I want to say spiritual, but that's not really what I mean. Perhaps you're taking in a more emotional stab at this relationship. You're bringing more emotion into it with the water of the Moon, and it is the card of Pisces. But Pisces is notorious for having the rose-coloured glasses. So just do a little check on that you're not getting too wound up in the lovely romance, and keep your practical head on. You know, Taurus is an immensely practical sign, but being ruled by Venus, you know, love is close to your heart, love of not just people, but, you know, you are all about sensuality, pleasure, value. I would recommend that you just take off the rose-coloured glasses. After something like this, where you're giving it a second go and you've decided, yeah, this is lovely, we do want to be together, you can get carried away with it. I'll just see what comes up in the outside influences. And we've got the Sun. So the Sun is the card of Leo. It's also, as you can see here, very heavily influenced by children. So whether there are children involved that are influencing how you deal with this relationship and how it goes forward, and if it's a love relationship, obviously that's very possible. You have children with this person, or in fact you have a blended family, that can put more pressure. If it's about your own children together, or even a blended family, it could mean that the children are bringing you a lot of pleasure, which is great. Perhaps you're feeling very family orientated. I think the key to it here is the Emperor. He's very feet on the ground, you know. Although being the card of Aries, he can rush forward. So maybe just tie-ho a little bit, but stand in your own power. Don't let the rose-coloured glasses lead you down the wrong path. The moon can be lovely. It can also mean, you know, imagination, creativity, perhaps with this renewed passion, this renewed commitment. It's igniting all of those feelings, which would be great. But the moon can go so many ways. You will know what pertains to your situation. But the future is quite malleable, I think, and it's going to depend on how you take on this Emperor energy. If you keep that in mind, I think you'll be fine. And this sun down here is beautiful. So there's good things. Oh, we've got two cards that have just popped out there. So we'll just have to take a look at those. We've got fogged in and embracing enthusiasm. So two quite contradictory cards. I'm going to read to you. You can see those there. I'm going to read to you what they are both about. And that's not very surprising. You know, life is absolutely full of contradictions in people, in situations. And it's really about navigating through those contradictions. That's how we arrive at our required destination, hopefully the one that's best for us. So if we take a look at fogged in, go slow, take time, look at that one first. Even if you can't see what's around the corner, which would be this, you don't quite know how it's going to pan out, the card of illusion. Go forward slowly and gently. You are safe. When you take the time to go slowly, new perceptions emerge that you can't see if you're moving fast. Move away from the rapid pace of everyday life and step into the mastery of stillness. Resist the impulse to go ahead with your first instinct. Take time to tune into your deeper intuition. And the moon is a card of intuition as well. Power is born in those times when you relax in the present moment. Sometimes the mist and fog are so thick that the traveller feels uncertain about everything. Where am I going? What am I meant to do? Why can't I see what's ahead? However, it's in those moments of unknowing that the deepest and most profound answers to life's big questions can emerge. The secret is to traverse slowly and carefully so as not to fall off the path. Be careful. Proceed with caution in all things as you sense the best direction. Listen to the whisperings of your soul. Trust your inner voice. So that clarifies, I think, this moon card. Okay, you don't know where it's headed. You're taking a shot at it, and good for you. But not everything is revealed. Okay, this is going to take time to reveal itself to you. And in the meantime, take it cautiously, go slow with the relationship's path forward, and use your intuition. Don't get too bound up in the emotion of it, because then you lose perspective. Okay. And in the meantime, we have embracing enthusiasm. So it's asking you really to straddle two very different emotions. So you've got the uncertainty and you've got enthusiasm. So I'm just going to see there. She's there. Shout to the heavens with happiness, which is hard to do when you're not really sure of how this is going to go forward. So we'll say, I'll start again. I'll read it for you. Stop waiting on the sidelines. To heal your life and reach your goals, get up and take some risks. Break a few rules. Shout to the heavens with joy and exuberance. Clap your hands with glee. Be silly, don't hold back. Allow childlike wonder to flood your life. So if it's not children in your life, it's perhaps some playfulness, some childlike enthusiasm, wonder, innocence. Just to counter this. Or maybe it's coming towards you from someone else, encouraging you to be a little less stern and strict. Loosen up and have some fun. I can understand, though, I'll just say, I can understand if you've healed from something, you really do want to, stand strong in your own power and your understanding of what you need. And that's really important. But it does need to be tempered somewhat by enjoying life as well. Because he looks absolutely in charge. He doesn't look all that happy. There's not a lot of joy with that card, I don't feel. I always feel it's quite restrictive. So maybe just open up a little bit, embrace the enthusiasm with some childlike activities, just fun, be silly, run along the beach, play with the butterflies. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard going. Take a day off work. Experience and celebrate even the smallest events of life. Discover what's great about each day. This is not the time to be reserved. Embrace every aspect of life. Smell the daisies. Good times are ahead if you can just let loose a little bit, which is what I was just saying there. I think this is a protection. You went through something that needed healing, and you're protecting yourself somewhat. Now you're taking that, navigating that tricky path of keeping your power, keeping on the right path, keeping things where they need to be, while also enjoying life. Because if you're in a relationship or not, and you're not enjoying life, it's much harder for people to enjoy being with you. So maybe that's the wake-up call, maybe with this judgment card. An unseasoned traveller believes that happiness only comes after one has reached the destination. However, the sacred traveller knows that the fastest way to manifest your dreams is to be happy now. You don't have to wait to experience joy. Your enthusiasm about what you already have will ignite miracles in your life. Without enthusiasm, something inside you sleeps. You must awaken. Oh, hello, the judgment card. An awakening, a reawakening, an aha moment, a chance to redo something. And then your relationships flourish, your health becomes vibrant, and your connection to the creative deepens. So that is your main task, I think. Keeping the balance between these. Being cautious, not too sure what's ahead, but living in the present and enjoying the good stuff and making good stuff and appreciating the good stuff around you. Don't get too bound up in the rules. That's what it said, and it's break a few rules. So loosen the grip that the Emperor has on you just somewhat, not out of control. You're still, you're not letting someone walk all over you. You're just enjoying things. Oh, now we've got two there. We'll have a look, see what these say. These are the Crystal Angel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So we have Ruby and Sapphire. Oh, they're really nice ones. Ruby and Sapphire. So we've got Ruby, bless your heart. So ruby is a pink stone which relates to the heart chakra, just like this little rose quartz. And green aventurine also does. Green aventurine is a really good one for if you do want to break out a little bit. It really supports you in not breaking the rules so much, but going outside of your comfort zone, actually trying something new, being willing to take a risk. Aventurine, green aventurine. So that might be worth looking at too. And sapphire, easy does it. Okay. Well, I think you really are getting the same messages through, aren't you? It's about taking it slow, but enjoying, blessing your heart and embracing your enthusiasm. Because if you just keep on very businesslike about this and, yeah, no, we're not doing that, and that's against my rules, and there's no joy in it. So even if you continue with the relationship, there's no joy in it. And if there's no joy in it, you know, why are you doing it? You know, so let's just have a quick look at ruby and sapphire, and I'll read what it says for you. Ruby. Yeah, it's there. Have a look. You received this card because your heart needs some tender, loving care following a loss or the ending of a relationship. Yeah, I don't see it ending. I see it perhaps ending in the past, but renewing. You're grieving and could use a reassuring hug, which your guardian angels are giving you now. This can also be a sign to reach out for emotional support after a heartbreak. And I definitely think with that star card, you had some heartbreak. So whether, as I say, this is somebody, that person who broke your heart, you're trying again with them, or somebody broke your heart and then another person, maybe an ex or a friend that you hadn't considered as a romantic partner, has helped you heal, but you are going forward with them, but you're just not... haven't got a lot of heart with this Emperor. It's all very structured. In some cases, this card may mean that your physical heart needs care and attention. Perhaps a healthful dietary or exercise change or medical intervention is needed. And if you do feel that, obviously, go to your doctor and get that sorted out. This can also be a sign to connect with the Sacred Heart of Jesus for spiritual healing and purification. God is blessing your heart and guiding you to take the path that's true and right for you. Obviously, if God isn't in your belief system, then about the angels, the universe, fate, whatever works for you. This deep red gemstone is second only to diamond in hardness, which symbolizes your strong and healed heart. Rubies soothe and heal you physically, energetically, and emotionally. So perhaps there's still a little bit of healing to do. And maybe you're not quite there yet, which is why you're really protecting yourself with this Emperor energy. You know, being in charge, making sure you're in control of it so you don't get hurt. It's a great theory, but it doesn't always work. So a little bit more healing from the ruby. And now sapphire, easy does it. The angels send you this card because you've been pushing yourself past your limits with multitasking, rushing against deadlines and worrying about other people. You may have also overdone it with the socializing or partying. Now is the time to rest, and a good detox or permanent abstinence can help you recover your energy levels and health. This card is also a reminder to stay in the present moment, which is what we were saying here, isn't it? And here with the Sun card. And tackle projects one step at a time to avoid feeling overwhelmed. So here, go slow, take time. Perhaps you've been overly focused upon the future, anticipating better times or worrying about what lies ahead. Or you may have been consumed with past events. You are now guided to concentrate upon the here and now so that you can enjoy your life, even if your current circumstances aren't ideal. In addition, this can be a sign to retire from a strenuous job or give up a hobby you've outgrown if it puts your physical and mental health at risk. Take it easy and approach your life gently. This gemstone is in the same mineral family as ruby. While generally brilliant blue, sapphires can be other colours as well, except for red, which is reserved for rubies. Sapphires are wonderful stones to meditate with as they help to quiet and calm your thoughts. So they came out together. They're also one after the other in the book. So, and they're of the same family. So they're pretty much telling you the same thing. You need to just, I think that's all about self-care really. Take it easy, look after yourself, your physical self. Don't let that get out of control. With the Emperor here, it looks good that you are keeping to a fairly strict regime. Maybe you need to loosen it up so you're not just eating kale all the time or whatever. Maybe there is no harm in going out with your girlfriends and having a wine one night. Whatever you're doing, maybe just loosen it a little bit. Otherwise, that creates a stress yourself. If you are trying to be in control all the time and be the tough guy, be the rule keeper, it's actually a very stressful position to put yourself in. And I understand why you're there with the past hurts. But just let things ease up a little bit and enjoy yourself. Find something every day that you enjoy, something little. Reading a book, taking a bath, watching a favourite program, playing with the kids, chatting with a neighbour over the fence, whatever it is. Have a little joy in each day, and I think you'll be able to loosen up and not be so worried about the potential forward path with this moon, and use your intuition. That, I think, will be a very useful guide for you.